Red Bull, the dominant team in Formula One in recent seasons, is facing unexpected turbulence in 2024. What began as another year of supremacy, with overwhelming victories and impressive performances, quickly turned into a season full of challenges and uncertainties. Picture the scene. Max Verstappen crossing the finish line in first place, celebrating another convincing victory for Red Bull. That was the image we saw repeatedly at the beginning of the year. The Austrian team seemed invincible, with their RB20 easily outperforming the competition. But the wind has changed direction, and now Red Bull finds itself in turbulent waters. In recent Grand Prix, we've witnessed something we haven't seen in a long time: Red Bull being outperformed not just by one, but by several teams. What happened to that team that seemed unbeatable? The answer isn't simple, but it involves a series of factors that we'll explore in this video. From the departure of key figures from the team to the car's development problems, pressure on Sergio Perez, and the challenges faced even by three-time champion Max Verstappen. Get ready to dive deep into the behind-the-scenes of Red Bull and understand why 2024 could be the year that marks the end of an era of domination in Formula One. And if you're as intrigued as we are by this turn of events in the season, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any analysis of the F1 world. One of the pillars of Red Bull's success has been its stability and the presence of brilliant minds behind the scenes. However, 2024 brought seismic changes to the team's structure. Adrian Newey, the genius behind the cars that won multiple championships, announced his departure some time ago. This man, often called the aerodynamics wizard, has been crucial to Red Bull's success since his arrival in 2006. But it doesn't stop there. Jonathan Wheatley, the team's sporting director for 18 years, is also leaving. Wheatley, known for his expertise in regulations and race strategies, will leave a considerable void in the team. His departure to become Audi's team principal in 2026 is a hard blow for Red Bull. These departures raise crucial questions. How will Red Bull fill these voids? Who will take on the roles of these highly experienced veterans? The team claims it will promote internal talent, but will these new leaders be able to maintain the same level of excellence? Pierre Wache, the current technical director, seems to be the chosen one to take the technical reins left by Newey. But Wache has quite a challenge ahead. He not only needs to maintain the high standard set by his predecessor, but also navigate the turbulent waters of a season that isn't going as planned. Red Bull is betting on its depth of talent and the culture of innovation it has built over the years. Christian Horner, the team principal, remains in command, but even he admits that the team is going through an evolution. The question is, will this evolution lead Red Bull to new heights or mark the end of its golden era? While the team deals with changes behind the scenes, on the track, the RB20 isn't meeting expectations. At the beginning of the season, the car seemed to be another Red Bull masterpiece. But as the season progressed, it became clear that something wasn't right. Pierre, in a recent interview, admitted that the team expected more from the RB20. Especially in high-speed corners, we expected a bit more than we have now, he revealed. This is particularly concerning, considering that fast corners used to be a strong point of Red Bull cars. What's causing these problems? One possibility is the correlation between factory data and on-track performance. Red Bull uses a relatively old wind tunnel, and with less aerodynamic testing time due to their recent success, the margin for error is minimal. Moreover, we're in the third year of this regulation cycle. This means teams are reaching the limit of what they can extract from this set of rules. Red Bull, which had an initial advantage, now sees that advantage diminishing as other teams reach the top of the development curve. Christian Horner insists that the team continues to develop the car at full steam, but with the budget cap in effect, each development decision needs to be carefully considered. A misstep could cost not just this season, but also compromise next year. The situation is so concerning that even Max Verstappen, usually optimistic, admitted after the Hungarian GP. You should ask how close we can get to the competition. In recent weeks, we haven't had the fastest car anymore. If the RB20 is facing challenges, for Sergio Perez the situation is even more complicated. The Mexican started the season strong, with consistent podiums in the first races. However, since the Miami GP, his form has plummeted dramatically. Perez hasn't finished higher than 7th in the last 8 races. This includes a series of embarrassing incidents, such as the first lap collision in Monaco, the accident in Canada, and early eliminations in qualifying in Great Britain and Hungary. The pressure on Perez peaked after the Belgian GP. Intense rumors suggested he could be replaced during the summer break, with Daniel Ricciardo and Liam Lawson mentioned as possible replacements. However, in a surprising turn of events, Red Bull decided to keep Perez in the car. Why did Red Bull choose to keep Perez? Christian Horner and Helmut Marko, who traditionally don't hesitate to swap drivers, seem to believe they can do more to support the Mexican. There are speculations that changes in Perez's engineering team or adjustments to the car to better suit his driving style might be on the way. However, time is running out for Perez. The team sees the next 4 Grand Prix, especially Azerbaijan and Singapore, street circuits where Perez has a history of good performance, as crucial. If he can't deliver results in these races, his position in the team for 2025 could be seriously threatened. Perez's situation not only affects his future in F1, but also has direct implications for Red Bull's aspirations in the Constructors' Championship. With McLaren on the rise and Mercedes always threatening, Red Bull desperately needs Perez to return to form to secure vital points. With all these challenges piling up, Red Bull now faces a real threat to its dominance in the Constructors' Championship. The comfortable advantage the team enjoyed at the beginning of the season has diminished considerably. Currently, the gap to McLaren, which is in second place, is only 42 points, a margin that can disappear quickly if the current trend continues. McLaren's meteoric rise is particularly concerning for Red Bull. With Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri regularly fighting for podiums and even victories, the Woking team is consistently scoring points with both cars. In contrast, Red Bull has relied almost exclusively on Max Verstappen to maintain its lead. But it's not just McLaren that's threatening. Mercedes, despite an inconsistent start to the season, has shown signs of significant improvement. With Lewis Hamilton and George Russell both capable of fighting for victories on good days, the German team cannot be underestimated. Losing the Constructors' title would be a significant blow for Red Bull, not just in terms of prestige, but also financially. The prize money associated with the championship position is substantial and directly affects the team's budget for the next season. Christian Horner has repeatedly emphasized that the team is working flat out on car development. But with budget cap restrictions and less wind tunnel time due to their recent success, Red Bull is fighting a difficult battle to maintain its advantage. And now, Formula One fans, a question for you. Are we witnessing the end of Red Bull's era of domination? Or is this just a temporary obstacle that the team will overcome, as they've done so many times in the past? Think about that. Leave your opinion in the comments and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more in-depth analysis of the Formula One world. See you next time.